Well, welcome into the Danny Servance Show. So glad you're joining us. Danny went over to Belton last week, got a victory against the Belton Tigers. Well, didn't really go Belton, did you?
No, they came here. Came
Yeah,
to
that's
Servance.
right. Yeah, that's right. Let's start over on that one. 3, 2. Well, welcome into Danny Servance Show. Glad you're joining us on this cool Friday evening. Fall is in the air finally. And thank gosh it got here just in time. How about last week? You had a guest out at Searles as you had the Belton Tigers come to town, and you start district play, and you just started off on the right foot, Bubba.
Tell you what we did. We knew we had to try and jump on them fast and try to make sure that we play our best football up to this point and come out with a victory. So kids did a great job of that.
Yep, and some of those guys had some really good games.
Well, I'll tell you what, they did. Again, Sidney Holland managed the game the way he has been doing, the whole year. Didn't have as many yards. I think only had 158 yards passing, but still threw several touchdowns to key guys and different guys and spread the ball around and took care of the ball. Biggest thing is, we didn't have any interceptions. Did have a fumble, but didn't have any interceptions, and so that was huge. Prince Hall had a big night. I think he had 9 receptions for 116 yards on the night. And then Darrell Caney had a great night running the football. I think he carried it maybe 10 times for 128 yards, along with Jones Lockhart, who scored twice. Didn't have as many yards as Darrell. He carried it 10 times for 52 yards, but had 2 touchdowns and a sack. And so there were several guys that had great games. And, on the defensive side of the ball, Zaquavian Robinson, Juan Cavello, those guys had big nights for us. Samari Simpson had a big night for us on the defensive side of the ball. And so, we were excited about that.
And, of course, that's one victory under your belt. That off week definitely helped to get people healthy. And you go into week 2, and you have to go to Waco High to take on the Lions. So you've got the Tigers out of the way. Now you're after the Lions. I don't think we have any Bears coming anytime soon.
No Bears coming. No Bears coming, but the Tigers, we did get them out of the way, and now here's the Lions. And so they'll be tough. Always tough at home. It's their homecoming.
Uh-oh.
They'll be fired up, and they'll be ready to go, and they'll be ready to play. And they've got some talented young men and some big young men on that offensive line. I mean, number 77, Kelvin Young, is 6'2", 325. Dante Ward, 6'5", 320. And so there's several kids on their offensive line like that. So they're huge.
The buffet bunch.
Yeah, that's exactly right. They're huge on the offensive line. I guess the baby of the bunch is the center, number 52. He's 6 foot 255.
Oh.
And so, he's the baby of the bunch. Everybody else is about 300 pounds.
My gosh.
Then they've got some very skilled guys that go along with those guys. Starting with the quarterback, R.J. Young, very athletic, 6'2", 210, about the same size as Sidney.
Yeah.
And does a great job throwing and running the football. Receivers, Jeremiah Lofton, along with Brian Whitaker, who I think is their backup quarterback, but he is a terrific and talented wide receiver. Brian Whitaker, 6'2", 185. Running back, Mason Smith, 5'11", 220, so he's a load. I mean, you got to tackle him or he'll run right through you. And so along with little Stephen Lloyd, he plays running back and DB also. And so it's kind of like a thunder and lightning. He's 5'8", 155.
Wow.
And so you got one running back, 220, and the other one, 155. So like I said, thunder and lightning, but they do a great job of executing what they do on offense. and getting the ball to their skill guys.
Yeah, and they mix it up pretty good too, don't they?
They do. They run several screens, get the ball downfield, stretch the safeties with the speed that they've got out at wide receiver. And so, we've got to do a great job against both the run and the pass.
And, of course, the crowd needs to be there. They've been off all week, been on vacation. They need to get in the car and head to Waco, get something to eat, go to the ball game.
Yeah, we need them. We're going to need a crowd there in Waco. Like I said, it's their homecoming, so they'll have a good crowd there, and they'll be fired up, ready to go. And so we need a good following for the Ellison Eagles this week.
You get your kids ready to go when you get scheduled as homecoming, though.
Yeah.
That's kind of almost bulletin board material, Bubba.
You do tend to do that. Your kids get fired up, and our kids will be ready to play.
Yeah, and this week coming in on their own, working out, that's been very successful, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. With us being on fall break, it's good for us as coaches. It's almost like being a college coach. You don't teach class now. You just get to come in and coach your kids and then spend time meeting and watching film and making corrections and getting ready for the following day. So it's been good for us as coaches, but I also think it's been good for our kids to have that mental break as far as their classwork is concerned, and for them to get honed in on the game that we have on Friday.
Yeah, and want to make sure everybody knows that the 6 weeks came out. You did great.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, 6-week grading period came out, and we did do a great job. I've got A honor roll guys right there listed on the board. And, we've got about 30 AB guys and 4 or 5 straight A honor students. And so we're excited about that, and always wanting our guys to do a great job in the classroom.
That is awesome. That's better than a high score in a ball game. As I turn around and look at all these names, and they're not guys that sit on the bench; these are starters.
That's right.
These are team leaders. Or AB here. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. But we've had the week off, and I know we've been thinking Waco. Is there a chance you think Waco too much?
You can't ever think Waco too much. You've got to really do a great job of, handling the game that you're getting ready to play. And so our emphasis has been on Waco, and, that's the game that's right in front of us. So we've got to put emphasis on that game and make sure that we take care of our business going to Waco.
It's the old Danny Servance, one game at a time.
That's it.
One down at a time.
That's
one
it.
Snap at a time.
Absolutely.
So that's the way you think.
Absolutely.
It works good. Working good. Looking good. The kids are ready. Looking good. Ready for district play. Feeling good about it. I am. Hopefully you are. I think you are.
I am feeling good about it. Like I said, this time of year, you got guys with bumps and bruises. So, we're nursing some injuries, but we're trying to get our guys ready to play.
And me and Danny can talk for 10 minutes almost, and just talking about the team. Didn't even talk about anything else, man.
No, that's exactly right. And by the way, on Saturday,
the
Cancer Walk is coming up at Lions Park. And so we will be there volunteering there at the Cancer Walk on Saturday. So play on Friday, and then next morning you got to get up and go give back to the community.
That's awesome. We were very proud of you and your staff and your team. And as an Ellison Eagle class of 81 grad, very proud of you. I'll give you that last word, buddy.
Go Eagles.